Hello, hello. Good evening. It's a weird night because we're gonna finish the pig. I think it's already there, basically. This is loud for me. Oh, I see why. Much better. Hello. Mac Casual. He's alive. Okay, I got a splat sound, but I don't know what the audio balance is, so I need to turn on the music and then compare it. So that means we need to actually turn this off. I wonder if we should have a master volume. Does that make sense? That is a thing that people do. Master volume. Quite all right, Casual. Not a problem at all. It's weird. Every time I think we're close to done with Chapter 1, I keep wanting to add more features. And so it's like we haven't had much in the way of like new songs to request. Okay, so we do that, and then we jump over to the battle scene directly instead of through the normal means. Pigs. That seems fine. Messages. A message. Oh yeah, for the prologue. Okay, so now these guys won't do it. Yeah, they're gonna do their regular attack now only. I need a little. We'll get that added in. It's okay, they're neutral. All right, let's hear how it turned out. Oh, right. Okay, so the idea was this was Cheesy Business, but redone as a boss music. So we got their theme song for the rats. They're rats, they're rats. What is this making me think of? You know what vibes this gives me? And Casual, I don't know if you know the soundtrack for this game much at all, but this gives me really strong Zone 2 of Crypt of the Necrodancer vibes. I've never heard the Dexter theme song, unless you're talking about Dexter's Lab. You know that game. Yeah, you hear it? You hear it? I don't know if it's like it's the groove to it. Hey, winner. The serial killer, that one. I mean, one could argue, no. But you hear it. You hear it. It's there. It's the syncopation. Bow, bow, bow. And that chord right there that I love so much. That's like, okay, so let's hear the boss version. Okay. Ooh. Yeah! So this is gonna be for this guy right here. This is nice. It's sort of a chill fight song here. Oh, there we go. That's picking up a little bit. Get a little bit more energy in it. great. And then it'll wrap up, and you'll come back out of the fight, and it'll kind of fade back into. That's fun. That's really fun. I love it. And downloaded. Let me convert that over into a usable. And then we got to make sure that there's no excess at the end. Got to clear that out. So many audio programs like throw in like a 7% of a second worth of bass. Oh, he's ratting it up. Okay, so let's listen to the loop point. I mean, I guess this one can just do a full loop, can't it? Okay, let's see. How can we test that loop without listening to the entire song again? Okay, good. I just got to make sure that like the white, like the little bit of dead zone at the end and beginning of the song loop properly. Because when you export, it sticks a little bit of gap. There it is. Okay. I did a little bit of a trim on the front and back to chop off the little extra. Let me show you what I mean. Because this isn't something that you intentionally add. It's just something that most programs will include. It's just this little bit of extra. And so I just got that trimmed out. And then we'll export that into music. Boom, done. And then I need to actually move that into the game files. Cheesy Boss. You had to use Audacity today. It's a good program. It's a really good program. Oh, did I close out of my music? Well, you know what we got instead? It's like super loud in the capture. It's a little bit loud in the capture. I can barely hear it. Cutting the edges. Okay, all right, there we go. Cool, that is really exciting to get that in. So we want to go into the scene key. This is for scenes here. So we've got a different one for specific fights. And it's Scene Manager. Yes. Specifically for Scene Manager, when we are going into a battle, we have special alternate things related to which area you're in. So this would be back B, I think. Yes. So if you are in 00 / back B, then play Cheesy Boss. It's okay, it's just not connected. It's turned on, but it wasn't connected. Foolish. Okay, so that's done. You failed me for the last time. Okay, Wallow. I want him to have a little bit more health, I think. He doesn't need a ton. I think 3 might be good, because that means that if you focus fire, and even if you miss a little bit, it'll take you 1 round to take out one of them. Yeah, basically it'll be a 3-round fight. But it'll be complicated because there's a really good chance you're going to wind up with status effect in round 2. Like, that would be the usual way it'll play out, is you'll get the status effect 75% of the... No, ooh, okay, hang on. So there's a 50-50 shot of the first one using it. And if the first one doesn't use it, then there's a 50-50 shot the second one will use it. And the number of coin flips... Oh, I love Kanepachi. Such a dumb idea. It's like they really had to cater the boss to make it possible to use it on the boss. It's like Zelda kind of got a little bit formulaic. In my opinion, in a good way. I enjoyed the formula. It worked really well. But the idea was always, you get the item from the dungeon, and then you use the item to solve a few extra puzzles and then beat the boss with the item that you got. But when the item's effect is flip something upside down, it's like, you're going to need a very particular boss to make that weapon viable. Like they did with the spinner in Arbiter's Ground in Twilight Princess, one of my favorite dungeons from the Zelda series, and one of my favorite items from the Zelda series, and it's a really dumb item. You know what? I think I have a thing for dumb items in Zelda games. Kanepachi and Spinner are both really fun and silly. Okay, I think 3 health is good, and 1 damage makes sense. So this guy's pretty much done. We need a little thump sound. Would Earthy Thud work here, or is that too big? Oh, thank you for the oranges. Were they not good? We left a lot of them. Were they not good? Mediocre. Boing? No, I want like a thwack. A definite thwack. No, not that. Oh, no, not that. Hollow Thud? No, that's metallic. A good sound. Let's look for a good sound here. I'm gonna look for thwack, because I think that's what I want, is thwack. No. Wet thwack. No. I want the sound of mud slapping onto a surface. Oh yeah, there's something weird there. You're right. Oh, it's because I have a selection of it selected somehow, and I'm telling Audacity to loop on that selection. There we go. I can barely hear the music for some reason in my ears. Oh, how did I get down to so low? Okay, that'll help me. Midair. The key grab. Let's see here. No. Go back to that first page. Some of these could probably be used if I changed the pitch a bit. Not that one. Maybe? Maybe? Alright, let me open up another Audacity instance. Oh, I can't. Surely, surely. New. Okay, there we go. Okay, give me the thwack. No, not that one. This. I can't play it because I got other things playing in a different version of Audacity right now. Oh man. What a situation to be in. Okay, you know what I can do though is I can take this. No, let's just deal with this. Okay, so we got that. Let's take this and change the pitch up. Not great. No. Maybe a little bit. It's a weird one. Oh, whoops. How did I manage that? Fade out. It's okay, I guess. We'll export it. We just need a strike sound. It's a little crunchy, a little crunchier than I would want, but it'll work. This really is a bit of a bop. This turned out really good, Casual. Alright, so pull in this sound effect. Rico Harbor was a really good level in Sunshine. What was the best level in Mario Sunshine? Like full, not like a single serving kind of thing. Like, you can't answer the Sandbird. That doesn't count. Like a full level. Okay, there we go. Now we got some damage we can get. Pause the music. I would lean towards Rico Harbor being the best. So obviously you'd go for the damage and try to knock one of these guys out completely, because that'll reduce the amount of status effect you have to deal with. See, now Cat has Mud. And so you'd switch to Cat and figure out which move she's got available, and she can't attack this round. So you just put her out front defending and let Dabble just do a little bit of damage here. Block. And now she can hit. And Dabble can hit forever. Oh! Trying to get me again with it, huh? I say nay. Okay, yeah. I like the... Alright, I like the way that one plays out. It's fun. It makes you actually strategize a bit more. I think Stuck is a really good, unusual status effect. It's very different. Because it's not just... Okay, Thousand Year Door, and I think maybe 64, did have a move lockout status effect. But it wasn't treated like a regular status effect in that you didn't get a little icon like you did with every other status effect. It was like a weird one-off thing, and it only happened against the Chapter 3 fight against Bowser, where he, like, removes your ability to do jump attacks or something like that. It was weird. It was very weird. It's kind of this weird back. Casual, I think I do have... I know you've been big on getting rid of the beatbox versions of songs that we've got floating around still. And I think there is still at least one. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Okay. It's this one right here. No, that was the follow alert. It's the going to the inn and sleeping. This. That one. Oh no, I knew it. I knew it. Let me see if I have the exact notes available. I'm pretty sure I do. Ooh, do I? Sweet Dreams. Here we go. He's gonna blow! All right, listen up. The chord, the weird chord is very important to this. Also, I don't know if Beatbox will let you do this type of voicing. Let me turn the other ones down all the way, because I just really like this little... It really slides. If you don't have it available, I would be totally willing to just stitch this in straight from Beatbox. It does this sort of theremin. It's like a theremin. Do you know what a theremin is? It is an instrument. I know, it weirds me out. Okay. It's very theremin-like. You know, it's a little bit like some of Louis Zong's stuff. The ghost things that he does at Halloween have a very theremin voicing with lots of slides, very very organic sounding. It's good. It's a really good one. The music box. This final arpeggio, most of it's just the standard arpeggio. Boom, 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 boom. And then we do this jazzy chord climb up. And then finally the flute is, it's just the typical dabble theme. With a thick chord at the end. That's a G chord over the C chord. So you get that really nice dissonance between the low C and this high B. Anyway, I will send you this directly so it can be patched. I guess we could just look at the remaining music files. Because that would let us very quickly determine if anything is... Nope, that one's fine. This one's... Yeah, that's fine. This is the new one, which is fun. This is this one. That's good. This one is not Beatbox, but I did make it myself. Because of the way it is, exactly. There's a... Listen to the Thousand Year Door sleep song, and you'll hear the overlap. Let's see here. Where is it? Mix? No. In? You know what? I'm remembering it took me a really long time to find the Thousand Year Door music. It's not really... It shouldn't be that hard to find it. Is it called, like, Good Night or something? What would they call it? Nighty Night. I mean, you can already hear the overlap there, but also listen to Bug Fables, which similarly does an ending chord. There's a style. You have to make it sound the right way. Yeah, it's got the main motif, as Bug Fables likes to do. Weirdly enough, it doesn't use it as much as you would think. It uses it in the main theme, like the title screen. It uses it in the little storybook intro a long time ago. It uses it for the end theme, and it uses it for the last boss. Oh, I use it with an overdrive guitar, and it's good. It sounds so good. Oh, right. We were listening to the various songs. This one was made in LMMS because it's got a really good piano voice. And because I just needed piano, straight up piano. And that's just for like a joke, basically. All right, let's listen to this. Let's see what Casual's got for us here. It's loading. This one is Casual. Yeah, that one's fine. This one, I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the game or not. It's the fish. Le poisson. This one is made in LMMS as well. Fish. I don't even know if I'm going to put that in the game. This one doesn't... Wait. I may have heard this one. Well, those I love the chip tone slides. That's how you know it's good chip music. This would have been good in Dabble Worlds. I agree. It was almost like a rule that every song had to include flat out like square wave, sine wave, triangle wave, something like that. And the crunchy percussion. That's fun. I like it. This one. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Yes. I don't know if I showed everybody the redone Game Over music, but it sounds really good. Enjoy your sleep, Casual. That's good. Yeah, that one's done. This one, yes. This one. Wait, hang on. Might be this one. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Yep, we're good. That's the one we need remade. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That was really good. This one we haven't really used. That's the back zone, which we'll get there. Make it good. Great music. Haven't really made the tower. This isn't anything. Yeah, we can probably delete that. We can probably delete both of these. Get them out of here. This one hasn't actually made it into the game yet, because this is like chapter 3. Is it the one? Sweet Dream. Hello! It's Small! Small's here! Yeah, Sweet Dreams. This is the beatbox one for Casual to remake. Anyway, welcome in! Wait, I don't even have any music playing. Hang on. There we go. Casual made us some good fight music for one of the bosses, which we've been bopping out to. That's how the kids say it. Don't correct me. Hello, welcome in. Small, how was stream? How goes the mushroom creation? Exactly, that's what they say, and then they dab on the haters. Straight up bopping. We made a new status effect that I'm proud of, and I like how it do. Now I'm gonna pause the music so that I can go into that. For everyone who doesn't know me, I'm Dobbs. I'm working on a heavily inspired by Paper Mario style video game. And this past weekend, what we worked on is a pig in mud. Pigs are basically the Goomba of the game, and this is a variant that is called a wallow. And he wallows in the mud, and he spits mud, and then he also inflicts a status effect, which is really interesting. Art updates, new animations. I saw a little bit of particle effect work going on, which I can always appreciate, because I need to get good at. I need to get so much better at particle. Actually, we're gonna see some particle effects right now. The mud is actually a particle effect, which may seem dumb, but it makes sense. So we'll defend and let these guys have a turn. So they do a big mud splash, and it inflicts a status effect called Stuck, which is represented by being in a mud puddle yourself. And what it does, oh gosh, they hit him hard. This game engine that I have set up allows for status effects to have different tiers. And so you do a coin flip when you're hit with a status effect, and the more heads, the more status effect potency. So we got hit with a level 3 Stuck effect, which means that we can only use every 4th thing in the submenus, which is particularly bad because we only have 2 attacks. So they've basically locked us out of attacking, at least with Dabble. Cat does have 1 attack right now remaining, because she's only got level 2 Stuck. So for her, she's got every 3rd item available, which gives her a little bit of freedom. And which item it is that is available shifts by 1 every turn. So you don't get the same available options 2 turns in a row, which is interesting, because what happens in these games is you get a strategy and you're like, I'm gonna hit him with this and this, done, wrap up the round. But if you get hit with this status effect, you have to adapt and shift your strategies. I can't even use my special attack. I can skip turn. Block. Okay, the thud is good. Oh, well, beans. Okay, I still don't have an attack. Do I have special? No, okay. Well then, I'll skip turn, and Cat can't do anything either, so she'll skip turn. I'm beginning to think these guys might put up more of a fight than I anticipated. Okay, now I've got an attack ready, which I'll take it. Okay, so these guys are tough. That's good. I can scan them. All the usual things are here. Anyway, that's the game I'm working on. I've been working on this for way too long, probably about a year. Ignore that there's placeholder textures. There usually are textures, but it depends on which area of the game you are in. And we didn't start in an area when we entered this battle. We just directly loaded into the battle scene, so it loads a placeholder battle set. If you actually go in through a world, then it doesn't do that. Thank you, Small. I appreciate that. That is high praise coming from you, because you know charm in games. Yeah, if you like come up here and like attack a pig, then you get like a full set dressing, which is great. Anyway, I'm hoping to get a demo for this game playable by the end of the summer. That's the goal. That's the dream. That's what I heard. it's hard to find even one of those, let alone the remaining 299. All right. Hit him with a special. Okay, don't play Plinko. We've got things to do. Tonight's plan, now that we've confirmed that the music is good, I've done a lot of prototyping music in Beatbox and then passing that over to our main man, Casual, aka Wario's Warehouse, who has been breathing life into the music. Just play Ball Catcher Pro. It's way better. Okay, the story time. My first foray into Unity, I watched a lot of tutorials, and then I sat down and said, okay guys, tonight we're gonna build a game in Unity from scratch. And we did it. In like 2 hours, we created Ball Catch Pro. This is my first Unity project. And it is based on an arcade game that I vaguely remember from Chuck E. Cheese when I was very young. And it is basically Plinko, but you have to steer a little catcher to catch as many of the balls as possible. 23 is a good score. Oh, I tied my best. Okay. Second best game I ever made. Right after Ball Catcher Pro Saga, I assume. Ball Catcher Pro Saga, which was the dumb joke game for when I was learning Godot, and I needed more things to fill out our direct. And then we did Ball Catcher Pro Saga, which I don't even know if it'll load. It's taking its sweet time. Oh, there it goes. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Ball Catcher Pro Saga. Theron, 35 months. That's almost a year.
That's almost a year.
It says you resubscribed for 36 months, which is way more. No, it's probably almost a year. This was a really dumb joke that was basically specifically for one person, in that we have these really long loading screens that don't do anything. And then I made someone play this, and then at like the 10th time you see the loading screen, it tells you can skip these loading screens. Yeah, so anyway, it's the exact same game, but with randomly generated levels. No, it's Drew Carey now, Willow. It says 35. No, it says Theron resubscribed for 36 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 35 months. So I have no idea. Anyway, those are some dumb games that we made. This is by far the most ambitious project. This is the project I've had in the back of my mind for years, and that I've been thinking to myself, I need more experience. I need to be able to do 3D modeling and use an actual engine. Happy Gilmore leads me to believe definitely. Okay. To-do list. Okay. Items in the shop. We want some new items. I mean, that tracks. Okay, so right now we've got 4 items you could purchase in the shop. I would love to have an item that can lower the defense of an enemy. And because you're going to be fighting a lot of enemies that have high defense in Chapter 1. That's like one of the main things going on. So an item that lowers defense and possibly... How did you do the house transition? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I need to tell you about the sprites because it's dumb what I had to do to get these to work the way I envisioned them. Okay, so the transition. It's an animation. Let's jump in here. Don't worry about this. I call it the peak animation. And it really is just a Godot animation that just does this. And it can play forward or reverse. And what happens is the shop has a script on it that when you activate the door, it searches for a peak animation node, and it needs to have a peak animation within that, and then it plays it when you're going in and reverses it when you're going out. Additionally, the door also has a door animation on it to open and close the door. And then it exposes a back direction vector 3, which represents which way the camera is facing when you're inside the building. And you can also give it a camera target. And it's a little bit overbuilt for this one area, but the idea is that it's very extensible, so that if we can set it up where you have a building with a locked camera, so that, like, okay, no matter where I go, the camera is always facing one spot. And using a combination of that with a path follow node, I can set the camera to be on a track that has limits. So I'm really stacking some magic here. I love the whimsy of this room. This is my favorite part about this room, right here. Portrait of himself. We had a good laugh that night. Good times. Al put me up to it. I blame Al. It was a silly night. Yeah, it was good. And we got a little blue and white striped teacup on the table, which a certain teacup dweller didn't even notice. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, all right. Let me talk about the sprite, the billboarding. It's not billboarding, for one thing. It's magic. It's custom rolled, where it faces the camera. It's based on a facing property. If you're facing right, it lerps the rotation one way in relation to the camera. And if the facing left property is set, then it faces left in relation to the camera. We set facing left and right based on the movement of the sprite. I can set a walk backwards flag if I need them to walk backwards for some reason. But what's really dumb in this is I wanted to just stack a bunch of Sprite 3Ds. Because you'll notice that these are little... This isn't one complete image. This is like pieced together. You can see kind of the way that the tail is subtly wobbling. On this frog, when he's moving around, you can see like his feet are smoothly stepping. That's not frames of a sprite sheet. That is actual a sprite moving around using Godot's animation player. Okay, 5 minutes until ad. We can get through this explanation. There was something really dumb. Thank you, Al. There was something really dumb going on. Okay. So check this out. over here on the left is what I was trying to do with stacking the sprite 3Ds. I could set the priority of the sprites so that, you know, the sprite, the image in the front would draw on front. So in this case, the face was one image and the head was a second image. But whenever I did that, right here it looks fine. It correctly anti-aliases. But when the center point of one, loud incorrect buzzer, would be further from the camera than the center point of the other sprite 3D, basically the eyeballs would be behind the head. The problem becomes that for some reason, and I tried every combination of flags I could find, it would draw it in front, but the anti-aliasing would suddenly break along the edges. So what I did is I ended up doing a 2D viewport using Sprite 2Ds. And then those get transferred to a single Sprite 3D that is just slapped into the world using the viewport texture. And so this is one Sprite 3D that is rendering a viewport texture of its own set of 2D sprites. And so far, performance hasn't been bad. I'm worried about it. I don't have any plans to go nuts, and I have some potential ideas for how to handle things if I want to optimize down the road. Currently, it's working okay. I'm worried it's going to turn out to be a it works on my machine sort of thing. You definitely can't do a ton of sprites this way like they did for Thousand Year Door, where you would have 100 of something, because those were very heavily optimized for that. This is kind of optimized for making these animations easier to piece together. I really hope I can find a solution for the whole Sprite 3D thing, but if I do, it would be an absolute nightmare to shift everything back unless we script it. And even then, I would be very untrusting of the results. Yeah, the plan is I'm going to send out a demo to a few people in the community to figure out, like, hey, how does this run on your machine? What's your hardware look like? That kind of thing. Wouldn't it run better if it was just normal? You're saying I should check my normals. Why does it need to be optimized? Because if it... Okay. Why does it need to be optimized? What's a good... How can we analogize this? Code can be written... Let's not even talk about code. You can build a game such that it does what it's supposed to, but it does it slowly. Because of the way you give it the instructions. It's like, yeah, it'll render the right stuff and put it in the right spot, but it takes a lot of extra computer power to do it. As long as it runs smoothly, why is that a problem? Well, because if I give it to someone whose computer is not as shiny and new, it might not do well. It might play very badly on their computer. Like their computer will kind of stutter a lot on it. And so we want the game to run as smoothly as possible so that as many people as possible can enjoy it. That's why. Okay. You're welcome, Willow. Get in here, cat. There we go. Okay, I think we need a new item in the shop. We're gonna be facing off against snails in chapter 1. Sleeping is complete. Oh, heck yeah. Let's go. Let's listen to the sleeping. Oh, there's 2 of them. There is 2 of them. Mostly true to the original. There was 1 note off on that one. Let's try this alternate one. up a pitch. Are they identical except for the pitch? No, it very intentionally has. I need to figure out which one's the original pitch. Here's the original. Okay, got it. No dupu, it doesn't resolve. It's a very intentional jazzy chord at the end, and I like it. There's a note that's not quite right in that one. That one. So we're just seeing more behind the scenes stuff because I love to make a proper Paper Mario inspired game. I am super into the battle engine. I'm pretty proud of most of the time just because it works well. But sometimes it's like all the engines and like systems I built for this, I'm usually building it with specific things in mind, but sometimes that does make it harder to modify things down the road. It's doing everything it needs to now. From a non-technical standpoint, I like what we've got with kind of the things that are different than Paper Mario, which is good because we need lots of those. Because the people who are the super fans of the old Paper Marios, they need to see pretty quickly, like, hey, here's how this is different, okay? Visualize 1,000-Year Door, but A, B, C, and D. And you're like, okay, I understand your game perfectly now, and I can make an informed decision on whether or not I want to play it. For everyone else, it's just going to be a trailer of like, hey, this is basically a trailer that is 1,000-Year Door, but maybe you would have liked that if you'd known about 1,000-Year Door back in the day. What's this wrong note? Okay, right here. That's wrong. That's right. It's that note right there. I just hear it and I just jump on it like, no. Wait, there might be something else that's wrong. I mean, not wrong, but I am pretty attached to this one. I think that's wrong too. All right, let's see if we got that blue note fixed. No. Okay, it's still pitched in the new way. But let me listen to that, to the arpeggios. Let me turn this down and this down. I think this is happening. Let me listen very closely. Hang on. Cover your ears. This might be loud. Except I need to pitch it up. Okay. Yeah, it's still like it'll be close enough if you want to just end it there. What I'm hearing definitely in the first block is this note right here is accidentally here. But ultimately, it's close enough and no one is going to notice it. Right. Items. We're encountering a lot of high defense enemies in Chapter 1, and so it'd be very nice to have an item that reduces enemy defense. What does that? And let me pull up the status effect directory. Aha! Also, can you have battery acid? Not everything's a robot. These are garden snails and stalagmites. Those are the two enemies you're going to face that have high defense in Chapter 1. Soap, acid, salt, great. Bubbles. 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 Bubbles has the right whimsy quality. This game is very whimsy heavy. A little kiss on the cheek. Let's see here. Do you guys know what Paper Mario had? For reducing defense? It wasn't just Softener. It was Mr. Softener. There he is. There's Mr. Softener. What a guy. What is he? Oh no. I never used him. Does not allow defense to go below 0. Makes sense. He softens them. He wiggles them up. I never really used Mr. Softener, ever. Mostly because Koopa Troopas, you don't need them. You're gonna jump on them to incapacitate them. You're gonna stun them, not try and just like take them out immediately. They're effectively out of the fight once you jump on them. A feather that tickles the enemy. Moisturizer. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Where are we getting? Armor piercing be a little too early. The engine supports breaking through defense and basically ignoring it. But yeah, probably too early for that. This one is going to be not an attack that ignores defense, but a item that reduces a specific enemy's defense, maybe? Something you pour on them. I like the whimsy of blowing bubbles at the enemy. Because that fits kind of this sort of happy-go-lucky, but ultimately a little, like, happy-go-lucky world with a lot of sour people living in it. Toilet brush. I'm not on board with toilet brush. Super Paper Mario would be on board with the toilet brush. Sticker Star would probably be on board with an actual, like, 3D photorealistic toilet brush. There are no bad ideas. So true. So true. Defense. Is there a place where I'm setting defense to negatives? Because if there is, we need to reconsider things. There's something where I think I'm doing something with... Is it the Scarecrow? Something's going on with the Scarecrow? You guys remember the Scarecrow. He's still in this game, and he probably still works. Scarecrow... I don't know. Darts. That fits kind of the sort of casual sporting theme that we're using with a lot of the items, like throw a tennis ball, throw a bowling ball, throw a baseball, throw darts. It's dark. Let's see here. Bubbles, because they... Yeah, bubbles. How can we make that like Mr. Softener? I'm not gonna make Mr. Bubbles. We'll get in trouble with the bathroom cleaner company. Bubbles. Bubble squirt gun. Squirt gun could be interesting. Now, I'm considering making wet a status effect later in the game that that increases the amount of damage you take from certain attacks, like electric attacks. And it would basically be a specific thing for like one weird little event battle. But I want to watch out for that. Let's see here. Shelter. What a weird, like, it's Gen 1 had a lot of it's just an animal Pokemon, but those are kind of some decent Pokemon. A vacuum cleaner. A defense hoover. What should do with a bubble? Like, the idea of bubble is intriguing me now. I'm thinking, like, what else could you do with that? Because I don't want to waste it. If we decide to go with bubble at some point in the game for something, we could do some very interesting things with it. Let's see here. Oh, call it defense scrubber. Right? Defense scrubber. Okay. The place where we look for current defense. Is it in moves that we do something weird with defense? Or something? It's probably in battle actions where we are queuing hurt actions, where we're doing the damage calculation. There's a lot of silly stuff that happens here. Guarding and blocking, get final damage amount. Damage reduction happens. If defense, then subtract out defense. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Current defense. Let's do a maximum of that and 0 to make sure that current defense can never go below 0. I think that makes sense. Oh, maybe it was block defense bonus. That was probably it. Maybe not. I had some kind of special thing on on scarecrows. Here we go. Guard defense is negative to make sure that you can't like defend and actually reduce damage that the scarecrow takes. The scarecrow can't do that. It's not allowed to. Okay. So now unit defense can't go below 0. Well, it can, but it won't calculate any less than 0. So now we can have a defense down. We need a sound for it, and we need a graphic for it. And we're going to... It's going to be based on potency. Yay! Right, stacking multiple would be weird. It's fine. That's something else to figure out another time. All right. Let's look at our existing... These, I'm okay with these being done in Beatbox. These are fine as is. Okay. Weed Woods, hey? What is this category? Power Moons, okay. Roll and Rock. Classic. Okay, here's defense up. Oh. I see. Well, then defense down. We're just not going to have this, or this, or this. Let's do it this way. There we go. That's defense down. Wow, we got it so easily. Defense down, done. Ship it. Export song. Defense down. Downloads. Throw it in here. Throw it in the status effects directory. Done. Okay, got it. Next up, I love Metroid Prime. Oh, I know that one! Yeah! That's a good one! Ah, it's a good video game. Good video game to play. All right. Get up. I am excited about. There's something we haven't really gotten deep into in this game yet, and that is the roguelite side mode. I bet we can do some really, really silly stuff with that. I think to really make it work, how can we make it work really well? One thing could be that every couple of fights, you have to tack on something that makes the enemies harder. I would like for there to be. Yeah, it has to get harder. My original idea was just like every X number of floors, we just bump up the health or damage of all enemies. Realistically, you can't do infinite defense because at some point, nothing will hit the enemies. and that's a problem. So maybe try and have a sort of budget. Something we can balance around is that every penalty has a certain number of points associated with it. So every, let's say, 10 floors, you beat a boss, you get a big treasure, but also now you have to take on, or maybe it's optional, I don't know. But you take on some battle modifiers that are each worth a certain number of points, and I don't know what the points do. But yeah, like a sort of like, oh, from now on every enemy starts the fight with +1 attack up. Yeah, something like that. It's like already we have the occasional like super enemy that summons little versions of itself. But yeah, we'll have to figure out some cool ways to make it interesting. You know what I should do for research is I should play the 1,000 Year Door mod that adds the roguelike system. What do they call it? What do they call it? Not the Infinite Pit. It's a different one. Infinite Pit was its own cool thing, but there was one that actually added like achievements and everything. And it was all in Hooktail's castle. But we should play that at some point. Right, we were opening up the status effects document. First thing I'd like to do is clean this one up, because when it's so small, it does not read at all. Like, it's not working. Maybe that'll help. Now he's surfing. Great. Cool. I'm glad he's doing that. Okay. The new status effect is defense down. So it's this, but down. We don't have an attack up, do we? Oh wait, yeah, we do. It's this sword. So maybe we do a shield that got a big break in the middle of it and call it a day. Okay, so do that. Shift the color into something different. Something less good. And then we'll just take... We could fill it like this. We're gonna experiment with this first, because this might read better. We have to remember detail. It's gonna be tricky. Take it like that. Reduce size a bit, and then give me a nice like that. Boom. How's that? Easy. that's perfectly fine. Dapple Tails Art. UI status effects .png. Load it up. Actually, there will be 5 more than attack up. 1, 2, 3 more than stuck. Stuck with index 14, so this is going to be index 17. We have the sound done. All right, I think it's it. Right, we need bubbles. We need this whole bubble business, huh? We need to actually inflict this status effect. Oh, I forgot about our lovely mistake. Yum. Okay. Bubbles. Bubbles. Is that what we decided on? That was a cool idea. Defense Scrubber. Going with Defense Scrubber was the name of it. Yeah, it'll be bubbles. We'll have it. It's a bottle. It's a little bottle. Little bubble bottle. A little bottle of cleaner. It's a little cleaner bottle. Yeah. What are the proportions of a bottle of cleaner? Should it look like bleach? Or detergent? Start with that. We'll slap a label on it or something. So let's grab this. Extend that by 3. Nope. Extend it by 2. Okay, then grab this and expand that by 2. Hello? That was weird. Okay. Invert, lock opacity, color it. Let's get a nice blue cap. It's the bone-hurting juice. This is it. A little bit of a lighter blue for the bottle. And we'll slap a little label on it somewhere. We'll do that later. We'll do the label later. Let's colorize. Good. Robot-specific weapons. I mean, like, there will be some robotic enemies. For sure. but they're going to be uncommon. Then we need a label, which can be drawn on. Nice. Select. Expand by 1. Good call. Lock opacity. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Let's go with like a grayish, bluish label. Like some pictures of bubbles on it. Yeah. Happy bubbles. Okay. That should be all the art we need, because we're gonna try to do bubbles in a simpler way. But there we go. There's our new item. The defense scrubber. Directory is going to be kind of like the tennis ball in that it is an action. Defense scrubber. I think it's on the entire enemy team. Mr. Softener, I think, is a guaranteed hit. And if that's the case, that gives Mr. Softener a leg up. Let me see. What is the exact... Here we go, Mr. Softener. Reduces by 3 points. I like how the German name of this item translates to the Flabificator. All right. Defense Scrubber. I'm going to say it affects the entire enemy team. And it only lasts for 3 turns. And we're gonna let it flip 3 coins. So you're almost guaranteed for it to land. This is the candy that we made, honey candy. Yeah, we had to do status effect. So this would be an automatic status effect. How does this work? Hang on, I don't remember how this works exactly. When you use an item that has a status effect, does it automatically apply it? Or is there some trick to it? Oh, it's only for yeah, for target healing. So that's not gonna fly. So instead it will be defense scrubber. We need to add it to our inventory. Defense scrubber. It needs a special move. It needs an icon index applied. It's one after Scarecrow, which is 56, so it's 57. Cost. $5 coins. Sure. You can't cook it. It's basically bubbles. Way all up to 3 points. Yeah, don't cook. Scrubs away up to 3 points of defense from each enemy. Because, all right, so here's the balance versus Mr. Softener. Mr. Softener is one enemy, 3 points of defense. I don't know how many turns. This is going to be all enemies, but a random amount of defense up to 3, following a bell curve. So your chance is 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Actually, maybe it's even more 1s and 2s than that. Yeah, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. So on average, you're looking at 1.5. Very, very rare that you'll get one of the extremes. Mr. Scrubber. So we need to make a action here. A battle move for this. Use defense scrubber item. We've got our source and we've got our target. So you're going to hold it above your head. And then what? How's the bowling ball? Is the bowling ball a good example? We say that after... That's not a great example. Baseball might be good. Pop back. Oh, to keep the item from being deleted. No, we can delete it. Yeah, because this will normally say, yeah, get rid of it at the end. Okay. So we're gonna hold it above your head, and then we're going to start the bubbles, which I think we can do that just as a status, as a particle. Bubbles, bubble swarm, bubble serum. All right. So we're gonna do a GPU particles 3D. How are we gonna do this? Circle. Ring. No. I've got some kind of textures, I think, somewhere. How do we do the lily pad? What was the magic behind the lily pad? Ring. Here we go. I think we could duplicate ring. And then we could move it to... Come on. Move that to geometries. Yeah, we'll use that as our bubble. Soft guard. Draw pass. We could do a tort. No, let's not even think about that. Material is a ring. Fix Z. We're gonna have no shading on that. We could. Unshaded. Dr. Scrubber. Mr. Pibber. This needs to be much smaller than this. Like, that's pretty huge already. I think we can go even smaller. So we're gonna have these going every which way. And I think that's it. Maybe we'll mess with the albedo a bit. So that would be material, vertex color, use as albedo. In-world soda. I don't... Not everyone is a frog. There's like one town where there's a bunch of frogs, and that's it. You can't just keep assuming that everyone here is a frog. Alright. Accelerations. No gravity. Maybe a little bit of off to the side. Spawn. How do we do the color? Display. Color curve. Color initial? Or is it color ramp? Over its lifetime. Multiplied with color. Okay, so this is where we put our texture, or our, our randomization of color. Yeah, we get a random color along this. So we can just make some pretty colors now for bubbles. Definitely need some of this. Yeah, white is also good. And some magenta. Yeah, look at this. Bubble bean. I don't think we want any greens. Is there anything else we do want? Do we want greens? I could see this color kind of working. This would be more of a pinkish color. Make more blues available. Oh, that's an interesting idea, Al. Yeah. Yeah, sugar crash. A delayed sleep effect. Okay, so there's our bubbles. These are gonna spawn with a velocity. Let's have more of these. Maybe not that many. Also, this is a one shot. We need a nice bubbly sound effect to go with it. 100%. Spread is 3-dimensional, and I don't want that, but... Oh, wait, flatness. How does this flatten? Where does this flatten along? Ah, not the axis I was hoping for. Spread along the y-axis specifically. Can I rotate this and have it work? Will it now do what I want it to do? Oh, yes, but now we need to change this to face y-axis. Yeah, nice and flat. And it doesn't have to be 100% flat. We can go mostly flat. So there's a little bit of wiggle. Okay, next up is scaling. That is the scale curve. Start at 0. Blump, blub, 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 blub to 1 for a while. Bubbles. More bubbles. Bubbles. Also, I guess it doesn't. It can go up a bit too. So spawn velocity. We're gonna point it up slightly. Wait, right? It's rotated, so that needs to be here. And negative. Bubble blast. All right, that's gorgeous. I love it. It's not quite there, is it? I do need to make a new. By 100. Make a new drawing just for this one little bubble. I need this. That's what I need. Bubble. All right. Save that as bubble. Bubble. Where does this go? It's not really geometry. I'll put it in. No, it goes in attacks. Obviously. Okay, so replace the material here. This texture with this texture. Boom. That's gonna be 100% better, right? Yeah, that was worth the time to just plop that out. That was 100% necessary. Boy, that really makes a surprising amount of difference for how small it is. Oh, right. I need to... I've got a little script that makes this auto run a one-shot particle effect as soon as it loads. Okay, save this and in the attacks. Bubbles. Okay, cool, cool. Script it in now. So we need the path. Same for the mud splash. Path to bubble here. Grab that. So this is our create sprite magic. So we hold it above our heads and then we activate the bubble magic a little bit above our head. Yeah, more shiny. That's a lot of it. Don't need damage. Hold item. Defense scrubber above your head. Then start bubbling. Wait for... How long did we say? 3 seconds is how long it's going to last. So wait for 2 seconds while we play some kind of audio. Then we need to cue a status effect flip. Targets. Right. We need to do a for each here. Q status effect for potency is 3, turns 3, defense down is the effect. Then we wait 1 second and then we're done. All right, and then we have to actually delete this. Then the move is done. Okay, good. We still need the sound. Don't forget the sound. Item directory now calls use defense scrubber item. Sound of blowing bubbles. Bubbles. Creative Commons 0. Let's see here. Bubbles. That's music, I think. Synthetic, no, not bubble wrap. Bubbles in glass cup, maybe? Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of these. Popping bubble wrap, no. Bubbles blown in water. That's a little bit better because it's gentler than the first one. Hot bubbling. No. No. Bubble noise. I think I heard somebody was going. Bubbles. That's a great point, Al. Okay, I like this one. Double check the license. Looks good. All right, we have to turn off this music now, which means I need to get some other music up. we're going to have to get Audacity up. All right, bring up Audacity. Still isn't done downloading. We're going to finish this before the end of stream. That's great. I love that. That may mean, I think Wednesday, we will experiment. There are two things that I want to do, really. One is I want to see about the flanking battle and see if we can make that happen. The other thing, which is also a big one, is I want to update to 4.4. It breaks, unfortunately. I want to gate. A mean banana. That is true. That is 100% a thing that we need to do, of course. Can't forget that. Okay, bubbles. I need 3 seconds max of bubbles. Okay, this seems like a good section here. Let's look for the 3-second mark. Let's give it a very brief little fade in. And we'll fade out here. A little bit longer fade out. Okay. That seems fine. Export as bubbles. Okay, grab our bubbles. Throw it in here. Battle move. Play sound. Immediately. Bubbles. And I think that's it. I think that's the item done. And we have one right now, but I need a different set of enemies to face off against in combat. Specifically, we want some enemies that have defense. So let's grab some snails. Bring on the snail fight. Bum, bum. Defense scrubber. Okay, I didn't like... Try that again. Try it again, but better this time. Ba-da-ba-dum-ba-da. I don't need it to be so high up, I guess. All right, top two got hit with -2 defense. Let's see if we can one-shot them then. Cool. Great. That worked. The only thing to change, I think, is lower this down by 1 unit. That's true. Let's see here. And part of that is because I don't want it to slow down the action too much. But yeah, it could be that that's what needs to happen. Is that it holds the coins for a bit. Okay, that looks fine. Each coin flips in a sequence, like for each enemy. So a column, it's 1 column per enemy. Yeah, it needs some tweaking for sure. The problem is that when you have, for instance, 9 coins going on, it does become quite a bit. Like a vertical slot machine. I get what you mean. One flip at a time. That's doable. It needs to make sure... No. For one thing, it needs to pause on the status effect for a little bit. I think originally my concern was, oh, it's gonna, like, I was comparing it to Thousand Year Door of the attack happens, the status effect is applied, instantly you move on. And I was trying to, like, time it in such a way that it would just flip the status effect and keep moving. I think it does need something to it to make it obvious what's happening. Let's see here. A little pause before and after would probably be good. Okay, lower defense item is done. So, for experimentation, flanking battle is something we can work on, as well as 4.4 update. And I already know there's a pretty major issue with our engine in 4.4, and I definitely could fix it. It will just be bug fixing, which does not make for good TV. Could Kat explain what's happening the first time? I probably will have some kind of general explanation of status effects before you see an enemy that is going to hit you with a status effect. Like, I'm thinking in the game, somewhere like between here and the area before it, which is this one. Like right now, you leave town and you have this scene immediately followed by this scene, and then you're at the little mini dungeon. I think it would be very good to have one more scene squeezed in where we could use those muddy pigs as a sort of tutorial on status effects. Yeah. A tutorial pop-up. That's true. We could do that, like, in battle, the first time that a status effect happens. We just pause the action and say, hey, do you know about timed hits? No, but I think having a forced fight against muddy pigs in one little mini area before you get out here would be very nice. Just one extra little in-between zone where you solve one tiny little puzzle, and once the puzzle is solved, it opens up a path so that you can just breeze right through the next time you're in the area. Status reference page could be fun. I was thinking of having like a something in the hub, like the status effect research department or something, where it's kind of a quest to collect all the status effects. And so we integrate it in the game with its own little sub-game, all of its own. Yeah. And so that way you have a little bit more explanation. Like when you encounter a status effect, you can go there and get information about it and figure out what it does and all that. And then kind of get a general idea of like, well, how many status effects are there in the game? And you see like this big board of like question marks that you're slowly filling in as the game continues. I think it's interesting. I think that could be a fun hub spot that gets introduced at some point. Especially if we make it, like if we theme it very in a silly way. Yeah. Small tidbits of information on status effects. I mean, we could definitely have a little log somewhere in the same way that we will for enemies. Forgot that we need to actually add that to the game as well. Jeez, we have a lot to do. There's a million things. There's a million little things. Why did nobody mention that making a video game is really, really hard? Like when you compare to like the little like $2 or $3 games that like someone slams out in like a week, and they just get lucky and it goes completely viral and becomes a sensation. And then you look at this where we're going to be spending 4 years on this, and we're going to be lucky to do 100 copies. Yeah, Suika. We'll see how it does. It really just depends on if, like, there is interest in it from the world at large. I think it's a niche market. It's like we're not making it for the money, but I want people to be able to play it. The people that are actually interested in it. Get as many streamers as you can to play. I'll get Dupu to play it. That'll do the trick. Yeah, there are definitely people out there that really enjoy this genre, and I've just gotta be able to reach them. But that means first off making a product that's really gonna work. That's true. It's a sickness. Oh, we can sell the defense item here now. All right, get this roof off of here. Okay, now move these this way a little bit and add one more of these. Making defense scrubber. Social media account. Yeah, that's true. I have posted a tiny bit on Blue Sky. So now we got this, and this. This shop is looking a lot more full of interesting things now, but they're all like 5 or 6 bits. We need to shake up the prices a little bit at some point. I've got to remember that some of these items, you're gonna get them in such a way that it's going to be like this is only usable in combat. So you're going to have to waste a turn to use it. Yeah, timing is going to be tricky. The plan is, with that, once that initial demo is available, we get kind of the first wave of interest in things. Get people interested in the project, like follow status updates here and blah, 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 blah. Join our newsletter. Do I need a newsletter? That seems... Wait, no. At some point, we can use Steam. We can actually use Steam to do updates on progress. Because I'll have an actual Steam page once we get an actual demo together. I'll need to improve the trailer a bit. Which means I need some zany characters to be saying zany things. Enough that you can see it on screen at like a fraction of a second. Imp, welcome in. How'd the multi-world go? You got your computer back up and running. We're all excited about it. It's great. Well enough. Well, I mean, you can't get much better than that, huh? Can I get through here? How's it going here? So good. I can. I've got the flag set. Just need a snail to mess with. Put any snails over here. Okay, let's fight a snail. Let's use our new item. Make sure it works. Here we go. The defense scrubber. Yeah, being able to like read the results for a bit would be nice. My initial idea with the status effect flip was you don't need to see the coins to watch the results. You just need to see the coins so that you understand how I'm calculating the status effect results. I just want you to see how it's being calculated. It's coin flips. If I say up to 3 defense down, I'm flipping 3 coins and it's the number of heads. That said, it does seem like it would be nice to slow it down. So cool, that worked. So now this guy's gonna take 2 damage. And the hind will take 1, great. Cool, we got it. Yeah, that was tonight's big thing, was that and one other enemy that we were working on that inflicts a status effect as well. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Did I mess something up in here? No, okay. Suspicious. I was worried I added an F to something when trying to go into free movement. But I guess not. Okay. It's probably fine. Yeah. GQ's here, and the lizards are here. They still have party hats on. They've had so many party hats. Those lizards back where they came from, or so help me. Awesome. So, next time, we've got 2 major things we're interested in. One, updating to 4.4. That might be an off-stream thing, because that's mostly just going to be hunting down bugs. Still say they need balloons. Some pigs have balloons, and I think at some point we will have a snail on a balloon, but I'll need to come up with a with an interesting way for the snail to attack from a balloon. I think I kind of want to give the snails a little shield out to the side to make it more obvious that they have defense. But then when they're spinning around, the shield would not spin, so it might be weird. Unless I make this shield spin. Oh. Anyway. The other thing we want to try out. Flank battles. Battles where you are surrounded by the enemy. I have some ideas on how to implement it. And then it gets weird after that. Could the shields have little flowers on them? I think it's unlikely that they would. I think it'd be more likely they'd have a little spiral pattern on them, like their shells. So the potential idea here is if you are surrounded, then you can only attack the enemy on your side of the battlefield. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. We'll have to try it. It can also probably get very crowded. But I think that those types of battles would be pretty rare and very specifically scripted to be only certain enemies, so maybe it's not a big deal. I think we'll try it and see what happens. There's going to be lots of gotchas, and I'm going to have to test it in so many different ways with like every item, every partner, every move. It's fine. It's going to be great. Who's online? We need to start a raid ourselves pretty soon. Oh, it's just doing Banjo-Kazooie right now. We shouldn't. We just raided him. And nobody here appreciates Banjo-Kazooie like I do. You don't deserve Banjo-Kazooie. D is on. Do, do, do. You don't. No one loves Banjo-Kazooie like I do. No one here truly appreciates Banjo-Kazooie. Let's see here. I know you don't. It's very unfortunate. Don't know what you're missing out on. Where are we gonna go? Let's look for some game dev people, maybe? Let's see here. Let's find maybe someone a little bit new to hang out with for a couple minutes. Try it. I know it's a product of its time. I'm not gonna make you play Quest 64. I love that game too, but I know it's bad. Let's see here. Maybe we can find some Godot people. Quest 64. Ask Germdove. Ask Germdove how he feels about Quest 64. There's not a lot of people doing Godot, or at least with Godot in the tags. Let's see here. That's not in English, so that's not going to help. Man, Slim Pickens. I will not ask Germdo. Gosh, he sure does, doesn't he? I feel like his opinions on video games have only gotten stronger in like the last year. It's something else. Let's see. Possibly might go hang out with Leet Fool. He's doing a ROM hack. Playing a ROM hack. GFE's doing more Roguemon. But I doubt it doesn't look like he's got any mic access right now. Yep. We're not gonna raid into Brent. No mic. Yeah, he doesn't have a mic much these days. Most of that is because of trying to stay quiet, and I totally get it. I have a child who sleeps and needs sleep. Let me do a brief look at the Mario World category. Is that Gardner Fennel? Is that Princess Peach? Sleep is always good. Read. Donald's doing Masterpiece. That's a good hack. I don't really know Donald except through Germdove. But I'm not against visiting. Friends of friends. He's just standing there. Oh, he's doing the temple puzzle level thing. Maybe Leet Fool. Maybe Leet Fool. Okay, I'm making up my mind now. Right, Leet Fool. He's a ROM hack creator and player. The only one I really know him from is New Hampshire World. It's a good ROM hack. Games Done Quick is doing Animal Crossing. Why? That seems like it's counterintuitive to play the game like that quick. New Hampshire World, yeah. It's a fun little ROM hack. I did it pretty early on in my Kaizo journey. My big Kaizo journey. Dobbs' big Kaizo journey. TM. Alright. We're gonna go hang out with Leet Fool for a bit, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And we're going to do some weird programming stuff on Wednesday and see what happens. I feel pretty good about what we got done tonight. Thank you all for the follows and raids and subs and general tomfoolery. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm committing the changes to the repo, so that I don't lose them. And thank you for coming, thank you for raiding, and I'm glad your computer is back up and running. All right, let's go throw some Dobbs W dance in Leet Fool's chat. I will hopefully see you guys on Wednesday. Maybe even in some other people's chat before then. Oh, maybe. Wow. Okay, bye.